Hi everybody, it's the Soap Man and it's time to make some soap. I'm really sorry I missed you last weekend, but I had raging COVID. I thought I was going to die. I just really didn't think I was going to survive it. It was bad. So the COVID beast is still out there. It's not done with. Just be careful everybody. Today's soap's going to be a little bit more involved than usual, so when I start building it, I'll show you the colors I'm using. The fragrance is going to be Nurture Soap's 8th and Ocean. Although this is not a beach scene, this is just really a good all-purpose scent, and it behaves well, holds its scent beautifully, so I just think it'll be fitting with this one. Now on this one, this is not my idea, not even my color palette or anything. I saw Katie Carson do it. Now mine's not going to be exactly like hers, but it's going to be similar, and I got the idea from Katie Carson from Royalty Soaps. So it's going to be a few minutes to get everything set up, so let me get things set up and I will show you what I'm doing as I start to construct the soap. This will be a little bit more involved. I'm using the tall skinny mold with some piping on top, so I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I'm ready. So we're going to start with our first two colors on the bottom, which will represent, you could call it ground, you could call it mountains, you could call it whatever you want to. But I am going to drop swirl activated charcoal from Nurture Soap, which will give us a nice dark black. And then I'm going to have sort of a coppery gold. I'm going to be using Mad Micah's Goldfinger. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? And I'm going to put just a little splash of Nurture Soap's Fire Cider, which is a beautiful coppery color, on the other side. And then I'm going to heavily texture it, trying to use like the handle of a spoon to kind of do some wisps, or attempt to anyway. So let's get our colors mixed first. So let's get our activated charcoal in here. Then for this one, this will be mostly the Goldfinger with just a little splash of the Fire Cider. As a matter of fact, I'm going to stir that first and see what it looks like. And it looks like you'd expect. Beautiful. And I do need just a very, very small splash of this, because that's fairly dark. Yep, that gives it the coppery look that I'm looking for. Very nice. Okay. That looks good. Let's stir our black. And of course that looks good. So let's put a little bit of fragrance in each. Give it a stir. And then let's give this a buzz with the stick blender, because I'm going to want these to set up quickly, and these little batches will pour quickly. And I'm going to want them to set up quickly. A lot for that little batch, but I know this fragrance behaves really well. So let's just drop swirl these in. And then when they set up enough, I'll texture them. Okay, now I'm going to just let that sit for maybe just a little bit longer. So I will be right back. Alright, so let's try and get this textured and get some nothing really pattern. I just wanted to get some really high peaks on this. That's why I wanted it really nice and stiff. Okay. So you can call that whatever you want. Call it mountains, call it ground, whatever. We're going to do now sky. So I'll have a little bit of just a very small amount of white using titanium dioxide. And for the blue sky, I will be using Nurture Soap's Blue Vibrance, lightened up with some titanium dioxide. Let's do that. Let's get our TD in. Normally, 99% always pre-mixed TD. This is going to be such a small amount. I didn't. I'm just going to put the powder right in. And we'll do it last though, and we'll get my blue in first. And I just know that the fragrance behaves well, and I'm going to want this a little bit of a thick texture, so I'm just not that worried about it. So let's get our blue in. This is a beautiful blue vibrance. Love this. So let me stir this in first. And then we'll get our TD in it to lighten it up. And then when we hit it with the stick blender, it'll really lighten up. Good, very nice. Probably enough. So let me just get a clean stick blender head. I'll clean that one off. Okay, so let's do our white first. Just trap that under there, burp it as best as I can, and hit it. Same with this. Just trap that under the head. burp it, turn it on, and pull it up. Get a little of our fragrance in. Save that for our frosting. Just hit that real quickly with the stick blender, the blue anyway. That is good. And then I'm just going to swirl the white in. Let's get this into our mold. And I'm not even going to pretend that I need to protect that because I know that has really set up. So I'll start just pouring here and letting that kind of flood the mold, and then I'll bring it along and mix that in, mix the sky in. Just give this a little swirl to flatten it out, smooth it out. We'll be ready for our frosting. I just want to make sure those ridges are filled in because I had some deep ridges and that's pretty thick. So I'm going to let that set up for a bit and get our frosting ready. So the frosting is going to be yellow to represent the sky. And my go-to yellow is a combination of Nurture Soap's Yellow Vibrance. And I just bump that up with a splash of Brambleberry's Fizzy Lemonade, which gives it a really bright, very stable yellow. So, I'll be back in a minute. And we are back to cut our soap, and so far, what I can see, I'm really happy with. Nice, bright, stable yellow to represent the sun. Sky looks nice, wispy clouds in it. Let's cut into it. Oh yeah. Very nice. Just exactly what I planned. Exactly what I planned. And that is what I have for this week, and everything went just absolutely according to plan. I am very pleased with these. And of course, I know from previous experience that fragrance is wonderful. Smells great, behaves great, and really holds its scent in cold process soap. So, as always, stay safe, take good care of yourselves, and be blessed. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next week. Bye.